Good evening. Welcome back to Roslin Court. We've got a great evening planned here. We've got Tim Edey here. Yeah! Fantastic. And as usual, we've got the raffle, which you are all entered into. And everyone at home, if you would like to donate to this event, or if you can't do that at the moment, if you'd like to join in the chat, you can join in the chat anyway, even if you donate, you don't have to do that. And that would be lovely, and you will be entered into the raffle. That I'll be doing that as we go along. And what you will win is this. You will win either Tim Edey CD or a special emergency gold Who Gives a Crap toilet roll. Hooray! Hooray! Fabulous. Yeah. So that's good. Now, this evening we have on the merch table here not only some CDs from Tim Edey, but also Tim Edey mugs. Which reminds me that I was supposed to be telling you that if you're looking for Christmas presents, we have Roslin Court mugs, which you may purchase. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. So next week, we have nobody. We are not back here till January the 12th. So set your clocks for January the 12th. And if anyone could find Tim Edey for me, it would be... What? Is he gone that way? Yeah. Open the door. Could you open the door, please, Christopher, and get Tim Edey in? Yeah. He's on. Yeah, get him in here. He's talking to somebody, and he needs to be in here. Yeah. Tim, come on. Get yourself in here. Yes. Get over there and behave yourself. Yeah, just get on there.
Sorry, Morag. Morag, you mentioned my cups, they're self-heating,
Yeah.
Well, kind of. Sorry, Morag.
Yeah. Good Lord. Right. So...
Before we start, I've just got to post the link, Morag, on my page. I won't be saying sorry.
We're live here. We're live. And we're just waiting for Tim Edey to post a link. Yeah. What is more important? Have you done it?
We're done. Morag, we're ready.
Right. Well, good. Good heavens. Okay, we're going to do something a bit Christmassy. You can join in if you like, because you'll know it.
Snow
Thank you, Tim. That was lovely. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so we've got some time in the company of Mr. Tim Edey. Let's welcome him to Roslin Court. Thank you.
Well, it's great to be here. And do you know what? There's a couple of people here who we were in a very, very snowy place last week. Nikki's here, and we were up at Costa del Folk. I'm getting everyone's names mixed up. Of course, I grew up on this island we're on now, and it was great coming back tonight. And it's always great to come back. I didn't make it down the beach yet, but I'm planning that in the morning. So if anyone an expedition. So anyway, on with the music. Morag, that was absolutely gorgeous. You're just the most beautiful singer and guitar. I was admiring her guitar, and I was saying to Morag, this Yamaha I'm playing for you tonight, I think it's the only Yamaha in the world that has a plaster. It's got a plaster on it. It was a very serious incident, happened in Canada. I was doing a gig with a fellow called JP Cormier. He's an incredible guitar player, and he plays everything. And he likes donuts as well. And he's probably watching, so hi to JP. But I was playing, and we dropped my guitar on a very cold slate surface, and I cut my arm on it. Now, we've two nurses here tonight, so we've no worries about anything. But I put the plaster on because it's the only thing to stop myself. Because sometimes I go like this when I'm playing. You have to be very careful of the jugular. But anyway, on to that. You don't medical science was never my strong point. But let's get onto the music. I'm going to start off with a couple of tunes for you, just to warm up the fingers. And the first one is a really, really lovely tune that I learned from the playing of Ry Cooder, and it's called Two Shores. And then I'm going to go into a little tune on the squeeze box called The Road West. So I hope you enjoy it. And let's see. All good. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. That was kind of my warm-up piece. And that tune for it, and a big hello to everybody watching on the internet as well as here in Cliftonville, or we're on the Cliftonville-Margate border here, to be precise. The fault lines run not too far from here, Surrey Road. My sister's here tonight as well, so you have to say hello to Kate. She's my youngest sister, we went for some food earlier, didn't we, Kate? In Canterbury, we had a big argument. It wasn't too bad. But we made up. But you made fun of me when I was singing last night. It was really bad. She showed me a very indecent picture when I was singing a song. Oh Jesus, yes. I'll tell you about it later. Anyway, big hello to Kate, and it's so great to see so many people that I know, of course, here. It really is. That last tune there was called "The Road West," and it was written by an incredible accordion player, one of my heroes, Martin O'Connor, and he's from Galway in Ireland, and he's just he's ridiculous. He's kind of like the maestro, I suppose. I mean, there's so many great players, but he's. We kind of call him God. And he wrote that tune when he was driving. So you don't want to see me drive. I'll carry on and just play you a little tune. I'd love to dedicate this one to Morag and Chris. Isn't this a great spot, Russell and Court? It really is. In the middle of Fanet, this is like a brilliant cultural music hub. And long may it continue. And I'm going to play you a little tune called... I'm going to play you the one... Christ now, Morag. This is a Scottish one, and it's called Blue Bonnets Across the Border. Tune made famous by the great Natalie McMaster. Apologies for the tuning tonight. This guitar got a bit of frostbite last night. I've left it in the car for about a week, and it gets wet. But I put the hairdryer in it, and it's all right. And the other thing is, can you guys see me all right there? Because I feel really bad. Maybe what we'll do, Morag, in the second half. Oh, you can see me there, Jesus, yeah. Because I want to face you guys as well. I want to face the west. Well, maybe that's the east. Jesus, oh Christ, anyway, back to the music. Nick, you made me laugh there. Okay, so yes, northeast. So anyway. Back to the music. The bloody hell. Yes. Crossing the border. Blue Bonnets crossing the border. Here we go. And one other little thing I want to tell you, and please don't be afraid in the front row. I'm taking Lisa and Angie. Don't be afraid. This is not a Chippendale thing, but I'm taking my shoe off because I have to be able to. my shoes are too big to operate my loop pedal. I know it sounds really weird, but honestly, I have to, watch this, I have to reset it. That's better. Brendan Power taught me this, by the way, and you want to see his feet, my God. But anyway, here we go. Back to the music. Thank you. The blue bonnets crossing the border. Okay, I'm just going to do a slight change and sing you a song, or attempt to sing you a song. And I'm just going to put this little Yamaha down there. And I've never been very good. You'll probably pick this up as we go along. In fact, a lot of you probably know it already. But I'm not the best person with the arranging things on stage. You know, a lot of musicians are so tidy and they keep a clean stage and clean, they're just more organised. And unfortunately, I've never managed to do that. And, one of the reasons my instruments look the way they do. I mean, this is about 12 years old now, and it's pretty knackered. And they keep saying it's such a bad advertisement for the company. I said, well, give me another one then. But this is 12 years old, and it's kind of held together now with cable ties. And every time I go to America, not that I've been very often recently, but you'd be going through the border control, in Houston or Minneapolis or Liberty Bell or somewhere, and I'm always the one they pick out. I don't know why. I must look a bit dodgy, and they always say, Mr. Edey, you've got an awful lot of cable ties there. What do you do with those? Because cable ties have been, well, this is not a very nice subject there, but they have been used in crime scenes and stuff like that. But I have to explain that it's a music, it's purely for the accordion, and I have to convince them of this, and then I offer to play a tune, and they say no. And that's but this is held together anyway. And but the good news is I'm getting a new one. I've been waiting about 5 years, and I'm finally picking it up. It's been delayed because of Brexit and well, I can't really blame Brexit for it, but but I'm finally picking it up in Leeds on Tuesday night at 1 a.m. Not 12, has to be 1. But anyway, I'm going to sing you a song. I'm going to sing you a song on an instrument which hasn't actually got any damage on yet. It's a beautiful Tommy Emmanuel designed Maton guitar all the way from Melbourne, Australia, and I haven't even paid for it yet. Oh my God, I don't really own it. But it's a song called Jesus, what's the song called? Oh my God, this is embarrassing. Trek 7 for Men the Dog. Oh my God, we'll Google it. But it's a great song. And it's a great chorus. And if you feel like joining in, please do. It's actually a bluegrass song. And I'll sing this for Richard and Rebecca Locke, who've come all the way down from Medway. So fair play to you guys. I think that deserves a round of applause. So here we go. Sorry, boys. I know you've done the camera angles for me standing, and I couldn't find the other strap for this guitar. I'm so sorry. But here we go. Jesus, what's the song called? Oh my God. I learnt it from Gino Lipari, who's from the band For Men the Dog. He's a great singer, great friend of mine. And God, what's the song called? Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Far from the trees. Do you know the song, Peter? We'll find it. Yeah. Anyway, let's go for it. Far from the crowds, the bright lights and the boulevards, in this empty room a guitar makes a band. Our last conversation still echoed on bare walls, like a child's painting everything we had. Across the brown fields and over frozen meadows, all around this place we call our home. We all have to live here in each other's shadow, hoping that someday we get along. We had a secret hidden deep inside, hidden love and the bitten love and all the tears we cried. Oh, I've loved you for a long time, it can't be denied. Someone hears the dreams we hide. Dreams we hide, that's the one. Someone hears hills, the dreams we hide. The dreams we hide. I woke up on the night, my covers on the floor, stripped of all my dreams and all my pride. The vast black light that conquered me was coming back for more, till I woke and find the angel by my side. We had a secret hidden deep inside, hidden love and the bitten love and all the tears we cried. Oh, I've loved you for a long time, it can't be denied. Someone hears the dreams we hide. The dreams we hide. We have a drooper on the mic. I'm going to try and fix this. Stand by for a second, guys. This is not easy. These microphone stands sometimes have a little thing called a droop. A brewer's droop. Christ, I hope this is not being filmed. It is. It's going out live. Oh. Big round of applause for this wonderful man who's doing the sound tonight. Chris. Thank you so much. It's my own fault. I always I'm always moving them. Had a secret hidden deep inside, hidden love and the bitten love and all the tears we cried. Oh, I've loved you for a long time, it can't be denied. Someone hears the dreams we hide. Thank you so much. Thanks, Mark. Oh, Morag, this is the... Yes. Yeah.
I'm just going to interrupt for 1 minute to say two things. One is, I think Tim should sing more, because I think he's got a lovely voice. And the other thing is, if you're watching at home, you can possibly donate anything to the putting on of this event, then it would be really, really wonderful if you could do that. And what I suggest is perhaps the cost of a Christmas tree decoration. If everybody gave the cost of a Christmas decoration, then it would really brighten up our lives. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And Tim, where can people buy your CDs or your music?
Morag, tonight is very unique because my...
You have to speak into the what's it.
So,
yeah.
Sorry, Morag. So
behave yourself. Yes.
Absolutely. Tonight is very unique because I'm not known for being great at the merchandising, you know. And sometimes I do these gigs and Morag, I'm terrible. Leave them in the car. Tonight, in physical form, I have a CD with. I have my cups. My long-suffering partner Isabel designed these cups, and I had them in the back of my car. And she always said, "Bring them out at the gigs." And of course, oh my God, I didn't realise they were in the bloody spare tyre thing. Don't ask me about that. I use it for storage. Anyone use their spare tyre for storage? It's a fabulous place For God's sake, don't tell Isabel. But they're really, yeah.
Bound not to be watching.
Morag, I can guarantee you she's not watching. She's sick. I think she's sick of hearing me. But this CD tonight is a physical CD. It's a physical product, and it's a and that is a jazz one, Morag, the one with the rabbit on. Nancy, my daughter, who's 5, designed the cover. Seriously. And it's, but the rabbit. It's a rabbit, yeah, with the headphones, yeah. And that's a kind of gypsy jazz meets Celtic, and that one is more traditional. And they were both recorded in lockdown. Right. Actually, no, the black one wasn't. That's a long story, but I won't go into that. But the cups, Morag, the cups are unique, very unique product, made of very fine Dalton china, stain-proof inside.
Marvelous. Okay.
And heat-retaining.
Right. Okay.
I'll stop. Sorry, Morag. You know, putting me in front of a stage is really dangerous.
It's
Not as dangerous as Jerry. Jerry. Jesus. Do you know me and Jerry were going to go on a tour together? No. Yes, seriously. I'm not joking. Does anyone know Jerry Colvin? He's a legend. The two of us talked about it, and I was going to drive, and we're actually still thinking about it, like a duo. Yes.
I would like to see that.
Well, he says it should be televised.
Well, then you should come here and do it, and it will be. Yeah. He's here on February the 2nd, so come and join him. Yeah. All right. Okay. More music from Tim.
So, right. Let's. Yes. I hope you're enjoying it so far. I certainly am, and it is. And I'm going to give you a little tour now to sort of my. It's not often I get to play here in Kent, and certainly not in Thanet, apart from the Folk Week. And we grew up, of course, in Broadstairs, and we used to come all the time over to Margate. We were lucky. We did quite a lot of sailing growing up, and we used to listen a lot on the boat to a guitarist called Django Reinhardt. And I'm not really I'm a fake jazzer. To be honest, I'm probably a fake everything because I'm self-taught on the instruments, and you can probably tell that from my many mistakes. But I might just give you a little bit of I Got Rhythm. Would you fancy that? Yeah, do a bit of I Got Rhythm. I'll stand for this. I'll be brave. This is the tune. It's on that CD. It's in fact on that. It's the first track on that CD, and features Michael McGoldrick, of all people, the amazing flute player from Manchester, who's playing with Martin Knopfler's band, no less. Ooh. But here we go. Here's I Got Rhythm, sort of learnt from me father, a little bit of Martin Taylor influence as well, but I hope you enjoy it. And one little tip for you, loop pedals remember everything, so just reset it every time. It's very... no good hot club would be any good without a bass player. We do have an amazing one here tonight, but we couldn't afford him. We couldn't bring the bass on the train. Here's the bass tonight. Sorry, Richard. It's embarrassing. Thank you so much. Morag, how are we doing with the time? Because I know the... Oh, seriously. The man who made time made lots of it, and the man who made twine made balls of it. That's a Seamus Begley one. God, Morag, I hope you haven't got a parental filter on the YouTube thing. Morag, are we okay for time? We're going to have the... we're going to have the interval at 7:30. Yeah, we're going to have the raffle at 5:25. Oh, Christ. Loads of time. Yeah. Loads of time. Yes, I promise you, I'm going to do a song now, actually, and I'm going to... so that was that little thing there I did. I got rhythm, and I hope that was all right. I was quite embarrassed there, because we're in the midst here, actually. A friend of mine, they're a wonderful couple, and they do a lot of music up in Medway. And Richard's actually a fantastic jazz double bass player, so I feel quite embarrassed playing the fake bass. Time for a song, and this song is one I've sort of, I suppose I've sort of known to do it. I don't do that many songs, but this one is one that it's an interesting one. And it's called The Winds and Tides Permitting. I sort of have to do it when I'm down in Kent. It's got a great chorus, and I'd love it if you joined in. And joining at home as well. Try a harmony. The words are really easy. It's written by Enda McCabe, fabulous singer who used to live in Faversham. He used to live around the corner from Bob Geldof. And the two of them, one's from North Dublin, one's from South. And they used to sort of wind each other up, and actually I probably shouldn't tell this story on air. Jesus, Bob might sue me. But I never liked Mondays anyway. But anyway, I'm only joking. Sorry, I had to do that. I'm only joking, Bob. I love Don't Like Monday. Enda used to... Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. But anyway, back to the music. The chorus is dead easy. Winds and tides permitting. Winds and tides permitting. I'll be with you when I can. Winds and tides permitting. Please join in the chorus. Don't be shy. It's just a lovely song, and it'd be really, really lovely to raise the roof. Winds and tides permitting. The winds and tides permitting. Lovely. I'll be with you when I can. Winds and tides permitting. One more time. The winds and tides permitting. The winds and tides permitting. I'll be with you when I can. Winds and tides permitting. One more more time on your own, just to make sure you got it. I'll be with you when I can. Winds and tides permit. Lovely. This little boat protects me well and carries me o'er the ocean swell. In another day I'll be home to you. Winds and tides permitting. You know what to do. Winds and tides permitting. Winds and tides permitting. I'll be with you when I can. Winds and tides permitting. Lovely. I have travelled the whole world through, and yes, I've put many miles between me and you. I'm homeward bound on the deep blue sea. I still remember our sweet young dreams. Oh, the winds and tides permitting. I'll be with you when I can. Winds and tides permitting. The days and weeks have turned into months, and the months turned into years. Though many miles between us lie, I think of you almost every day. Finish the roof there. Isn't it a great song? Wonderful singing, everybody. Thank you so much. So that was really lovely. Thank you for singing. We're going to take a little trip. This is kind of my sort of, you'll learn that I love to dabble in lots of different types of music. And I went to China. Has anyone been to China? Ah, did you love it, guys? Did you do the like Beijing and the Shanghai and Guangzhou? Some of the it's an incredible culture, isn't it? It's incredible. I was really lucky. I went there for a 6-week tour of an Irish band who I've been a fan of since I was 12 years old, called the Chieftains. And the whole trip, the trip was a bit mad. It was a recreation of an album they did in 1978, I think, called Chieftains in China. And the whole idea was we'd go over there, and it was the first time they'd been back. And of course, when they first went there, it was run by Mao. You know, they all had Mao suits, and it was very different, very not westernized at all. And anyway, so I was hearing all these stories, and I was kind of terrified going, but Christ, we had a great time. And we got to play in the Royal Palace in Beijing. And I was like a kid in a sweet shop. I drove them all mad. And I didn't get on very well with some of the food. And one day I actually ended up going to McDonald's in Beijing. And I kind of went there every day. Well, not every day, but nearly every day. But the food was amazing. But I got put off by an eel. They brought this eel out. It was in vinegar. And oh, Jesus Christ, it was still moving, you know. Like seriously, and I was, oh my God, and I can't get that image. And I remember going to bed that night, and it felt like it was in my mouth. And I just, oh, sorry, Sarah, but Jesus. But honestly, it was like, whoa. Sorry, I'll be giving you nightmares. So, you know, but I hope you guys didn't experience the cold eel in it was like cold eel on noodles, rice noodles, on ice. It was sorry to anyone, I got Chinese friends, and I know you guys love this stuff, and we're getting there. We're getting there. But but yeah, so it was an amazing culture. But they're amazing people, and I loved it. And this is one of the tunes that the boys did with the Beijing Youth Orchestra of an instrument called an erhu, which is like a Chinese fiddle, except it doesn't have any frets or any guidance. It's mad. It's like you have to look it up. It's quite a beautiful sound. And this is called Full of Joy, and it's just like a little recreation of that tune. So I hope you enjoy it. Do apologise for my tuning. This is a Chinese guitar, in fact, and it's I think it wants to be back there. It's not used to the heat. She's been so good. Yesterday in Rochester, you didn't even lose the tuning. Now the 5th string. Oh, I spend my life tuning this guitar. It's incredible. Sorry. Okay. You'll have to be good enough. Okay, here we go. Now. I'll chance another song for you, and this is a John Prine song, and I wonder if Morag, you might even, if you feel like joining in on a chorus or even a verse, it'd be wonderful. It's a great chorus song again, and it's called "The Speed of the Sound of Loneliness." Does anyone know it? It's a great song. Yeah. Will you join in? You might. Yes. Woo. John Prine was he died actually from COVID. It was really awful, and he'd just been suffering from cancer as well. But the COVID just finished him off, and he was in Nashville. And his wife's actually from Ireland. She's from Donegal, and Fiona, and they had a big tribute. And some of my friends from a band called Altan went there, and they sort of played for him and for this tribute. And what an amazing songwriter! If you haven't checked out John Prine's music, definitely do that. He's incredible. So this is the speed of the sound of loneliness. I just must announce as well, there's a wonderful bar here tonight. They're doing a great deal on mulled wine. What I probably shouldn't tell you is that I'm on what you might call a mulled wine quota. I was never a massive drinker. When I was growing up here and found it, in fact, to be honest, I never touched drink. I never even, because I was gigging a lot of the time when I was 15 years old. We used to play 3 or 4 times a week with Enda McCabe, and we played in Ramsgate. There was an Irish pub in Ramsgate, which I can't even remember the name of, but it was in the High Street. Quigley's. Anyone remember Quigley's? It's in the High Street. And then we used to go to Folkestone to Scruffy Murphy's on Saturdays. And that's gone now, I think. And so I saw, I kind of saw the negative effects of alcohol. And then when I was about 25, I moved to Ireland. And and Seamus Begley introduced me to the joys of Baileys and Guinness, and I sort of enjoyed it. And ever since, I'm very strict. I'm not allowed to drink in the weekdays at all, But on a Saturday night in lockdown, I kind of did indulge myself a little bit. and I tell you what, the mulled wine is fabulous. And little tip for you, because you lose of alcohol, right, when you boil the stuff, right? So just don't boil it, simmer it, right? And Morag knows, you know what to do, Morag. You've done a great. Add a little drop of whiskey into it. It's beautiful. Woohoo! But anyway, I'm not allowed more than. Oh, Una, by the way, is from Dublin, and I think you are putting. Are you putting whiskey in that, Una? No. Maybe a little bit. No. But anyway, sorry. On with the song. So here we go. The speed of the sound of loneliness. Please join in the chorus, and I'm going to go straight into a tune after that called "The Lime Rock," which is a tune from the amazing playing of Tommy Emmanuel. I do apologise for this guitar. It's booked into the hospital actually on tomorrow. In fact, in Maidstone, it's finally going to Guitar Hospital. Thank God, it's been driving me mad. And yeah, here we go. Come home late and you come home early. You come home big when you're feeling small. You come home short and you come home early. Sometimes you never come home at all. What in the world has come over you? Just a wee bit more, Mike, if you don't mind, man. What in heaven's name have you done? Thank you. Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Try the chorus one more time. What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Jesus, I have to tune that. That's shocking. That's criminal. Come on. You're not in Beijing now. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Sorry. At least you know this is live. I've got a heartburn with a fever. I've got a worried and a jealous mind. How can the love that last forever get left so far behind? What in the world has come over you, lovely? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run, one on your own. What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Out there running just to be on the run. It's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow to cross the evil line today. How can you think about tomorrow? We ain't got one word to say. What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. Oh, sorry about that tuning. Oh, more actually. Yeah. Oh. I'll do the line. Look, after the second one. Yes. Oh, no, jeez, I looked at that.
Did you? It's okay. Who is it?
Rebecca Locke.
Way.
Oh, my God. So do one more?
Yes, one more.
Oh, yeah.
That's, you've won a CD. Well done.
More. This is
and this is for the toilet roll. The tension is palpable.
Shit. Sorry, Laura. I'm really sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've got super glue in my thing. Maura, oh, sorry. This is like when I was in GRT, great story, I think. Sorry, Maura.
So, who's won a toilet roll? Sarah Jarman! You like the person. You've won the toilet. I have to say that Martin Carthy didn't tune in the middle of a song. Right, one more song and then we're done. One more and then we're done.
One more and then... Oh, Jesus, Maura, that's not the end of the night, is it? No. Do you know what? I think this amazing lady deserves a huge round of applause. She really is. Maura Butler, she's a legend. And Chris. Yeah, I think I might. No, I won't. I might wait till we've stopped broadcasting to tell you the story about when we lived in Ireland for. Well, I lived over there for nearly 10 years, on and off, and then we lived there, and Ava went to her first couple of years of school in Donegal, and we had a wonderful time. But being, we're brought up. My sister will testify to this as sort of, to decide yourself about the old religion stuff, and we were sort of not atheists, but kind of atheist. And anyway, one week there was the most beautiful community there in Ardara in County Donegal. We really did have a wonderful time there. But they had this Christmas play, and there was a Christmas service, of course, at the local church, and it's Catholic school. And I've got my St. Christopher and I've got these medals that our nan, who was Irish, gave us, and she was a devout Catholic. But I'd sort of forgotten a lot of the, the sort of protocol, and there I went down to the church to this Christmas service, and they were doing this funny thing where I'm not sure how to describe this. You had to put it in your mouth. The thing, the wafer. Right, the wafer thing. And I'd never done this, right? I wasn't even christened, I'm a bastard. I mean, communion, no, Jesus, Angie, it wasn't communion. Or maybe, does everybody get communion? Oh, Christ. I mean, Jesus, Lord. I mean, I think I better stop. cut the story. I'm so sorry to anybody in Ardra watching. They know what I'm like. I don't need to apologise now. But no, not Andrew. Like communion, but everybody in the church had it. And of course, I just got up, right? Yeah, because they were all Catholic, Andrew and I got up and I followed them, right? So I went up, and the guy went, and I went. Honestly, I was terrified because I've got OCD, right? I have, honestly. I don't know. A lot of people probably know this. But I've had OCD for years, and it originated actually in Broadstairs in Charles Dickens School. Other schools are available. You know what I mean. And, anyway, but the long story is, anyway, this poor priest, he kept going. And I was like, no. And Ava was over there. She was only about 6, God bless her, and she was kind of looking at me going, Dad. And there was about 200 people in the church. Well, anyway, I took the wafer and I went to sit down, and oh my God, I sat down, and it was horrific. And genuinely, genuinely, I did not, I wasn't being ignorant or it wasn't deliberate. But I sat there, and the guy next to me said, "Put it in your mouth," and that's a true story. And then about a week later, I went on tour and learnt this tune, which is why I told you the story. But this is I'm going to finish the first half with this tune, and apologies to anybody who's Catholic. Honestly, I have learnt a lot about it since then, and it's great. In fact, I even have a medal. I better stop. But better stop now. But anyway, let's on with the show. And thank you for putting up with me for the first half. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a wonderful time. Get yourself some mulled wine and with a whiskey in it. I'd love to play this. I'll play a tune now for Nikki over there and Lisa and Ange and Pat. This is called The Lime Rock, and then we'll have a break. And Crest, you'll need one by then, I'll tell you. Here we go. you so much. Morag, I had an idea. I had a great idea, Morag.
Sibling rivalry is going on behind me. Could I just thank Tim Edey, please, for you at home. Tim Edey, hooray! Can I also thank Roger and John and Phil and Andrew and Chris, who doing the lights, and Lizzie in Galashiels, and in her penny at the bar, Una! Hey. Thank you for everyone who's donated this evening, and hi Christina in County Tipperary. It's lovely to see that you're watching. And we're going to have a bit of a break here. Well, we're having a break. We're having 2 breaks. We're having a break here, and then we've got more of Tim. I'm sorry, you at home, you have to entertain yourselves. But we're not back here till January the 12th with Open Water, who are a brilliant but local band that do really, really good harmonies and are very, very... They're all music teachers, so they're all very, very musically accomplished. And then we've got Good Habits, who describe themselves as nomadic alt folk. But if you look them up, they're very good. They're very good. And then after that, we've got Byrne's Night, which is an open mic. So if any of you have a Scottish song, bring it along. And we also have a bit of a Byrne's Night. You know what that involves. Yeah, so that'll be good. Brilliant. So thank you, Tim. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you on the 12th. Thank you very much. My name's Morag Butler. This is Rosalind Court. Bye.
Morag, that's not the end of the gig, is it?
No.